The gorgeous medium of anime is as explosive as it is elaborate, tackling complex matters such as psychology, philosophy, and socio-cultural norms. Among the common trends utilized is mythology, specifically sourced from the ancient religion of Hinduism and Buddhism. Eastern folklore is exquisitely reshaped into the genre's moldings, taking the form of characters or concepts, which often symbolizes the aspect indicated in respective mythology. These things are not taken as they are exactly mentioned in the scriptures, but are modified a little bit for the sake of story and plot progression. In this video, we will look at best top 10 such Hindu and Buddhist instances from different anime. So, without any further ado, let's start with our video. On the 10th number, the character is Rakshas from Berserk. One of the longest running manga in history is Berserk. Berserk's Rakshas is a strange character who is banished by the Kushans, which was an actual Indo-Greek clan who ruled parts of South Asia almost 2 millennia ago. The anime's Rakshas is a villainous entity, choosing to murder and torture people to satisfy his craven desires. He is based on demonic beasts called Rakshasas, who are said to be horrifically cruel and self-serving. Several of whom play major antagonists in the Hindu epics are always referred to as Rakshasas. So in modern language, we can call them villains without no profound motive behind doing bad things in the world. On the 9th number, the character name is Lancer of Red from the anime Fate Apocrypha. One of the most powerful characters in Fate Apocrypha is Lancer of Red, who also goes by the name of Karna, a crucial character in Mahabharata, one of the two major Hindu epics. Karna is the firstborn son of Kunti, who abandons him by a river to avoid being considered as impure woman as she has him out of wedlock. He spends most of his life seeking vengeance against his legitimate brothers, the Pandavas, allying with the evil Kauravas even though he is morally upright person. Interestingly, both versions of Karna appears with a set of golden armors wrapped around their bodies, each offering invulnerability against most attacks. On the 8th number, the instance is Chakra from Naruto. The powers in Naruto ultimately gets derived from Chakra, originally obtained through Otsutsuki consumption of fruit of the god tree. The spiritual force of the chakra is controlled by 8 gates, which prevents users from overdoing it during combats. In Hindu mythology, chakra also means the energy point in human subtle bodies. These chakras are located at the center of one's bodies. According to Hindu mythology, there are 7 chakras in the body. Each of these 7 chakras are centers of spiritual powers in the human body. They are employed in various meditative techniques, the most important one being Tantra, wherein energy can be transported in complex ways. On the 7th number, the character is Arjuna from Earth Maiden Arjuna. As is clear from the title, Arjuna, the series is highly influenced by Hinduism, as well as Indian cultures in general. The story was inspired by Bhagavad Gita, most notably in the character of Chris, who is modeled after Krishna. Note that the series is set in a pantheistic vision in which it emphasizes the connection between all elements of the earth. In episode 2, Chris's chakra are shown on the monitor screen, which are also adapted from the Hindu concept of 7 chakras inside the human body. The antagonist Raja, while mispronounced in the anime, refers to Roga or the disease caused by the wound on earth itself. Arjuna's bow is also called as Gandiva, which was the real name of the bow used in Mahabharata by Arjuna himself, and her mechanical guardian Ashura is based on the Asura spirits of the Hinduism. So there are many things connecting this anime to Hinduism. On the 6th number, the next Hindu instance comes in Bleach. Bleach is packed with references to spirituality, starting with the Shinigami themselves. Komaura's Zanpakuto is taken, and its final Bankai stage, however, is gigantic humanoid wrapped in jet black robes, the name of which translates directly to the heavenly punishment of Vidyaraja of Kalasutra. Vidyaraja is a reference to the wisdom kings, guardian spirits tasked with the defending of wisdom of Buddha. The Kala Sutra, on the other hand, is associated with the black thread that condemns sinners to a burning hell composed of red-hot copper. Particularly, this thing from the Bleach comes from Buddhism instead of Hinduism now. And definitely 100% this is pointing towards Buddhism for the inspiration. On the 5th number, the character is Ganesha from Danmachi. In Danmachi, Ganesha is a colorful character who wears an elephant mask and decks himself in a fancy jewelry. The original authentic Ganesha is an important Hindu god with the head of an elephant attached to a human body. As the son of Parvati and Lord Shiva, he is considered the most intelligent being in the universe. So much so that he single-handedly writes the Mahabharata, which is 24,000 verses and almost a million words, almost as quickly as dictated by its author Vedavyasa. Lord Ganesha is also worshipped across India and is called as the most intelligent being ever existed. On the fourth number, the character is Windsmoke Judge from One Piece. The head of the Windsmoke family and the ruler of Jarma, the Science Kingdom, is Judge. He also goes by the name of Garuda, a bird or humanoid hybrid in Hindu tradition. Garuda is the first bird in existence and by extension the ruler of all avian creatures. He is the mount of Lord Vishnu and one of the most important gods from the three gods of Hindu religion, other being Brahma and Shiva. In fact, Garuda is said to be so powerful that the slightest flutter of his wings can prevent the earth, heaven and hell from spinning about their axis. Garuda is described in one text as emerald in color with the beak of kite, roundish eyes and golden wings, and having 4 arms with the breast, knees and legs like those of a kite. On the third number, the character is Agni from Kuroshitsuji. Kuroshitsuji, as known as Black Butler, is partially set in Bengal, India. One of its main characters is Agni, one of the Prince Soma's most dutiful servants. He is based on the gods of fire in Hinduism, who also goes by the same name because the word Agni literally means fire. Agni is one of the most ancient deities who still remains prominent today, usually being evoked during rituals that involves fire, which is pretty much every single one. He is known to manifest himself in various forms including lightning and the sun. On the second number, the instance is an attack from Hunter x Hunter, which is called as 100 type Guyan Bodhisattva. The most powerful of all Nen techniques and the most difficult to wield is Netero's Guyan Bodhisattva. This deity is also known as the Avalokitesvara with the 1,000 arms. In Chinese tradition, it is referred to as Guyan, a female bodhisattva known for her best aspects of compassion and universal love. Unlike Netero, who uses his ability to destroy his opponents, the many arms of the Guyan symbolizes her intention to help all those in needs, irrespective of how many devotees seek her blessing. On the first number, the characters are Indra and Ashura from Naruto. In Naruto, Indra Otsutsuki and Ashura Otsutsuki were two sons of Hagoromo Otsutsuki. Though not the obvious choice to make, he would go on to inherit his father's teaching and as a result would have to clash bitterly against his elder brother Indra. In Hinduism, Ashura were a member of a class of divine beings in the Vedic period, which in Indian mythology tends to be evil, and Indra is the leader of the gods and lord of the heaven. Asuras are described in Indian text as powerful superhuman demigods or demons with good or bad qualities. The good Asuras are called as Adityas and are led by Varuna, while the malevolent ones are called as Danavas and are led by Vritra. On the other hand, Indra is the name of an ancient Hindu warrior god of the sky and the rain. He is the chief god in the Hindu text called as Rigveda. And I think that's for today's video, guys. That was the top 10 instances of Hindu and Buddhist mythology in anime. What are your thoughts about this video? What are your thoughts about this Hindu and Buddhist mythology taken by anime in their mediums? And do you know any other instances where Hindu and Buddhist mythology were used in anime? If you know, then let me know about those things in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I post daily anime content about top 10 top 5 listings, anime reviews, recommendations, news series and all sorts of anime content on daily basis. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and that was it, and I will see you in the next one. Sayonara.